Hi, I'm Nina from Year 13C.
And I'm Jenna from Year 13B.
And Kongkwan from Year 13C.
I'm Pan from 13B.
And I'm Yim from 13A.
We start by reviewing the previous year database in order to find a criteria to evaluate the useful information and then collect additional data by consulting with our head of school, Mr. Ru.
So we collected data on electricity consumption, food and material waste, and the diverse nationalities within our school. These are key indicators of our school's environmental impact and sustainability. And as you can see, we also included the nationalities, which serves as a reminder that sustainability doesn't just revolve around the environment, but also has social aspects.
So we basically did the similar steps as them since we had the same amount of access. But we found a lot of problems in things such as like COVID years, since there was like a lot of fluctuations in that, since some data were like half the amount of the normal years. So we had to consider that when we put it into here.
I think the challenge that we face is that there's a lot of data that we collected and we are not sure which data is the most useful in order to make like a real change in the school environment.
So we tried to find the most accurate data as possible, which required finding the most recent data. And as Pun said, we did find problems in finding the data in most recent years happened to be from 2022 and 2023, which happened to overlap with COVID. So when we were consulting Mr. Ru and the Estates Department, we had to keep this in mind. And this is kind of evident in the information that we put on here because we try to consider information from past years rather than just COVID because that wouldn't be applicable to future years.
Managing waste for our school. Managing waste is something that we usually look over, but if we look back to see, waste is something that causes a bigger problem for the environment. For example, before we started our research that the waste our school produces per day, we were not aware enough how much the school is producing waste per day. Acknowledging the data create a significant for our change for our school after we have created this poster.
Saving energy is also very important for our school community as it reduces our carbon footprint. And it creates a positive environment for students to also adopt these energy-saving and sustainable habits.
I think since our school is growing still, I think it's necessary to start mitigating our risks and reducing our environmental impact now before it becomes a bigger one. And since it is already big, you can see that everywhere we're using electricity, we're using paper, we're using resources. So I think it would be kind of necessary to try and fix as much as we can because every little change will have a big impact.
First of all, I think we need to see the opinion of the students in our school and look back into how the community thinks that our sustainability for school is doing right now.
I think that for future students, it would be very helpful to include food waste and just more food in general because although we do have information that spans all sorts of different topics, I'd say it would be much more useful if we had more detailed information because then we can work on the steps to fix it rather than just targeting the whole topic as a whole, such as paper or just food. I think it would be helpful to just try and zoom in a little bit so we can work on fixing little bits, which altogether will add up to a bigger impact.
After we have finished the poster, we can ensure that every student can easily notice the poster, whether it's going to be on social media or around the school, so they can know that it is something that we should consider. And in the poster, we should make clear steps on how we could improve the environment or the sustainability of the school.
I believe that the STA community overall is ready to make a change for sustainability. There's people like the Sustainability Committee, which is more than willing to take our report and make a change. Since I'm sure they're struggling to get these data that we have gotten.
Things that we like to see with the report is that even though we use the data is not as clearly represented for all the years, so we could not see the trend whether it's more sustainable or minimize the waste. but I want to see that in the future, like generation of the DT student, I want to see the report that is more like coherent as well as showing like the trend that improving and also kind of suggests a way that and St. Andrew community can be improved overall from the data that they are given.
So as you can see, we've made our reports, and I'm very glad that we did start this because I'm hoping this will be an opportunity for future years to improve and build upon this. For example, they could create an action plan that'll actually trigger some improvement in our school, and hopefully everyone can bond together as a community and increase the sustainability overall.
Bye. Thank you.